Ayun na nga po.
Let's go, bro. Let's go. You take it away.
Hindi, ikaw na. Masaya.
Okay. Sure. Let's go. Welcome, guys, to the Wild Rift Underground Week number 11. This is the semi-finals, and we're going to be watching the game of BREN Esports going up against Nova Esports PH in this best of 3 match. And syempre, gusto natin pasalamatan ang DR Esports, Tragik Esports, and realme for powering up this event. And syempre, this is also sponsored by MrBeast PH, PointBreak, Ginoo Clothing, WildBros, and Danassaur bot. Kaya ayun, kami po ay magiging shoutcaster nyo for this semifinals. I'm Ngayong Gaming. I'm here with pinaka-pogi talaga na si Isaac.
Scam! Eto na, no? Mga kaibigan, lagi na lang siguro ako nagpapantay mga tala kasi tuwing may laban ng BREN, nagkakataon na ako, caster. So, shout out to the Ancient One. Let's go. Eto na, BREN Esports laban sa Nova. I've seen this kind of series before, pero ikaw, Giyang, what do you expect between BREN at Nova?
Ako, na-expect ko na tipong meron ka na ditong ultimate analysis sa BREN kasi lagi mo sila nasusubaybayan. Kumbaga, napabasa mo na sila, parang libro na talaga. Tipong philosopher ka na ng BREN Esports ngayon. Alam mo na yung bawat galaw nila. Pero speaking of galaw, talaga minamatch naman dito ng Nova Esports ang kanilang team fight capability kasi meron silang Oriana, hinohover pa nga nila ngayon yung Rakan, kaya grabe medyo maganda yung engage na pinapakita nila dito. Sidelines, okay din naman kasi they have Akali, pero magiging threat din dito yung Garen ni Jet dito, and with the Kai'Sa, grabe talaga mukhang gusto nila lang bakbakan talaga dito para sa mga team fight, especially kung side day control.
Oo, tsaka ito na naman yung di ba, yung pinag-uusapan natin na Ziggs pick. Nakikita natin ang BREN Esports, usually binabato nila yung Ziggs hindi sa mid, kundi sa support gamit ni M dyan. So ang pwede mong i-expect dito ngayon is Kai'Sa, Ziggs dyan sa bot lane. Posibleng piliin na lang nila si Ari dito sa mid, tapos si Jet as usual, it's Garen niya topside. Hindi pa na nire-reveal sa ngayon, no, yung magiging pick nila for the jungle, which is going to be the Graves. With the Lux pick though, I highly doubt na magiging magiging mid lane yan. So baka nga, ito, for the first time ever, no, sa lahat ng kinas kong games ng BREN, ito na yung Ziggs na mid.
Meron silang meron na silang na-try na nila Ziggs support, umay na. Try naman natin mid ulit. Lux naman gamitin dito ni M dyan kasi why go for semi global ult when you can go
Full global, no?
Full global. Kahit sa base ka, BAM!
Map to map.
Yung ult niyan, aabot next game.
Oo, yun na nga, di ba? Napakatinding impact ng Lux na to. And with MJan playing it, you already know na support Lux to, sasamahan ng 60 Haze dito sa mid. Ang mga katapat nila, hindi biro, no? Oriana, Akali, Rakan, Olaf, tapos merong Saya. So, we know that the lovers themselves are gonna be the duo sa bot side. Meron tayong Akali in the top lane, a jungle Olaf na hindi na natin masyado nakikita actually. And then an Oriana in the mid lane. Sa tingin mo, parang Giyang, sino lamang sa dalawang to?
Ang hirap malaman na, pero definitely I'm leaning towards on the side of BREN here kasi they really have so much control. And then yung Ziggs meron din silang Lux. Even the Garen might be a problem here during the team fight kasi syempre kahit magtago yung Akali sa Shroud, may kita pa rin, madadamage pa rin siya ng spin to win dito ng isang Garen. Kaya yun yung mga parang factors i-consider, but definitely in terms of damage as well and team fight capability, may upper hand din naman dito. May bawi dito ang Nova Esports, especially that they have the lovers duo. Mapapasana all ka na lang talaga minsan. Pero minsan yung sana all na yun, hindi lang sa kanilang pagiging lovers, minsan pwede din sa pagpanalo ng game, di ba?
Tama. Tsaka some people may not believe it, pero Saya is starting to become a really good AD carry para sa meta natin ngayon, no? Ever since nagkaroon ng mga buff, etong mga AD carry natin, nakikita na natin, mas madalas na magkaroon ng iba-ibang pick, hindi lang puro Kai'Sa at Corki. Meron na tayo nakikitang Saya, minsan may nakikita tayong Rakan. And it's been very solid, lalo na't yung Rakan, for example, magkakaroon na ng iba-ibang klaseng build. Merong full AD, may nakikita tayo nag-AP dahil sobrang sakit ng Varus ngayon. It's it's no joke now pagdating dito sa bot lane. It can be very diverse kung paano na ilalaroin to. But so far, no, pantay pa rin ang Saya tsaka ang Kai'Sa.
Pantay pa rin. Pero yun nga like what you said a while ago, Saya will be popping off in the next few events na mangyayari, especially dahil meron na kayo ng mga magkakaroon na kayo ng mga assassin. Actually meron na nga, pero syempre hindi mo na pwede gamitin yun. And pero pag pwede na, malaking factor talaga yun. Assassins definitely threatening the AD carries. Kaya Zaya, magiging okay yan kahit papano kasi meron siyang feather store, no? Bigla na yan lilipat, tapos okay, sige, kahit kumalon ka sa akin Rengar o Kha'Zix, okay lang, hindi mo ako madadamage. Safe ako, epas ako, lalo na kung meron siyang kanyang jowa na si Rakan. Okay na okay talaga yan.
Tsaka kung isipin natin, no? Anong panghuli nila sa Saya? That's I think one of the big factors to consider dito. Either gamitin nila silence ni Jet and then buy enough time before the Feather Storm pops in, or get the stun coming in from MJan. Pero other than that, diba, wala naman masyadong stun tong si Graves aside from that slow with the smoke screen. Si Ziggs may satchel charge. Other than that, there's no hard lockdown aside from the lock. So if MJan goes down, it's not exactly going to be easy na, huli natin agad tong Saya. Unless i-burst nila ng todo-todo. Diba?
Yeah. Kumbaga, wala silang pang lockdown, wala silang hard CC, hard engage. Pero in terms of firepower, dun sila nakakabawi eh. They have the Graves for the collateral and then the Lux, may Ziggs. Kumbaga kapag may sumugod dito sa side ng ng Nova Esports, handang-handa sila buhos lahat ng skills nila. And knowing that most of the champions dito sa side ng Nova Esports are engaged. They have Rakan, Akali, yung Olaf, at most siguro dalawa lang ang backline members dito nila, yung Oriana and yung Zaya. Pero ang hirap din sumugod. Medyo nakaka-hesitate kasi hindi naman sila parang solid tank talaga. At most siguro kaya nila mag-take ng a little bit damage. Pero ang hirap kapag lahat ng burst dito ng BREN yung ginamit.
Yeah. And speaking of burst, no? Oo, kahit paano may burst rin naman ang side ng Nova. Pero in comparison to the instant burst na manggagaling sa BREN, kailangan pa mag-scale netong si Nova eh. Hindi mo i-expect yung burst potential from Oriana o kaya itong si Otap na gumagamit ang Akali. Hindi mo basta-basta makikita yun agad. Kailangan mo na mag-farm, kailangan mo na mag-accumulate ng experience para makuha nila yon at magawa nila todo-todo. Pero in terms of lockdown, halos pareho lang sila. Pero yun nga, no, 10 seconds until this Ocean Drake spawn. 700 gold ang lamang ng Nova ngayon. Makukuha ng BREN Esports ang scuttler dito and they're already chasing down this Olaf. Pag itong Olaf na to, napaka-low, paano sila mag-contest? Kailangan pa ata mag-reset dito unless mag-heal siya sa blue buff. But it's not much heal.
Naman ata. Makapag-heal naman ata siya. Pero dito nakikita na natin BREN Esports really focusing on heavily in terms of poke. Dahil ang dami nilang pwedeng pang dish out damage dito. Before even a team fight starts, yung Olaf medyo na zone agad siya. Hindi pa siya gaano makunat kaya ano pa yan. Ang hirap pa sumugod. Kailangan nila yung tipong isang biglaan na sugod na talaga para ma-take down nila yung BREN Esports. Pero kapag idadahan-dahan lang nila, mahihirapan sila. Tulad yung kanina. Janice getting so much damage taken.
Parang no? Parang napaka-slow pace talaga ng ganitong setup. Kasi ang mahuli, sure ball, kawawa eh. Both teams have that kind of potential, no? Pero ang isa dating pwedeng isipin dito is yung match-up nitong Olaf tsaka Graves. Is the Ancient One going to be able to perform very very well with the Graves? Or ma-overpower siya netong si Janice sa kanyang Olaf? So many things to actually consider with both of these junglers. Pero lahat yan, no, ina-accompany ng napakasakit na damage output from both sides. But yun na nga, BREN Esports, wala na itong Ocean Drake.
Okay. Ayun na, engage na sila. Immediately, Rebenga has been taken down. And na-steal nila ang dragon. That is actually huge here on the side of Nova Esports. Considering that BREN Esports opted for that, kumbaga, sneaky na lang nila yung dragon eh. Pero ang ganda ng senses dito na Nova Esports. Naamoy nila from miles away. Andun yung ancient one ng dragon. Puntahan nga natin.
Napakabilis nun. Tsaka akala na, okay, mukhang kaya na kunin to ng BREN. Out of nowhere comes in the Olaf. Gets that Ocean. That's gonna be very big. No, isipin natin. Ocean Drake tapos meron kayong Olaf. Eh di mas maganda skill to ni Olaf, no? Diba? The lower HP, the higher the regen, the faster you're gonna be attacking. So many things that can benefit the Olaf right now in addition to that Ocean Drake. And now, they're also going to secure the Rift Herald. So ngayon, ang tower nila, yung tower ng BREN Esports, pwede nang ma-threaten dito kung sakaling magsi-second dragon, which is very key kasi yung second dragon natin, Infernal.
Oh, and considering na a while ago we talked about slow start dito ang Nova Esports, pero biglang jump pack talaga sila in terms of securing objectives. Pagkatapos ng Dragon Fight, it all started with BREN Esports trying to secure that Ocean Dragon. Immediate response ng Nova Esports, then transition agad sa Rift Herald. Kaso Bumawi naman dito BREN Esports, Garen spin to win. And nanalo siya doon against the Akali.
Tama. Ano yan Human Beyblade ha? Laki ng lamang niya. 600 gold ang ating Human Beyblade na si Jeff. Nakuha niya ang buhay ng Akali and now, constant pressure can be applied both side habang yung iba naman nagpa-farm muna sa kabilang lane. Olaf is there for the save para hindi ma-push yung both side. Pero nakikita rin natin dito top side na masakit na. Starting to ramp up is di kaisa. Umama bigla yung Ikatian Rain, ayun. Nakikita nyo naman kung gaano kabilis naglaho yung quarter ng buhay netong Saya.
Yeah, yun din in terms of burst, ang hirap din malaki yung burst potential ng isang Kaisa, especially kapag na full stack niya yung kanyang passive. But here in the bottom lane, Rift Herald going to be spawned. Turret took some damage here, but I think Nova Esports are going to disengage from this. They don't want any part of this team fight wherein they have numbers disadvantage.
Parang naman sayang yun, no? Ginamit nila yung Herald, hindi nila na-push yung tower. And at the same time, they could have used that Herald to actually pressure a tower while another neutral objective is there. Tulad ng Infernal, di ba? Ang nangyari doon, ginamit nila nang walang na-accomplish and now, they do not have that leverage going into the second dragon. Hindi nyo pwede i-split up ngayon yung BREN can actually commit and go for a fight dito sa Infernal Drake because walang nape-pressure na tower sa kanila unless etong si Nova Esports, they control the waves even more and by the time na mag-crash na tower ng BREN, tsaka sila mag-Infernal, which is gonna be very hard.
Very, very hard indeed. Kasi syempre, kapag mag-engage sila, kapag lumapit man lang sila dito sa BREN Esports, pupoke na agad sila And ang hirap din mag-overcommit sila in terms of engage kasi andyan yung damage. Pakunat ng isang Garen. Meron pa nga siyang Bramble Vest dito para sa anti-healing. Kumbaga, sige, subukan nyo ako palagad. Kayo ang kayo ang masasaktan kapag inatake nyo ako dito. Masusunod pa kayo, may hilo pa kayo dahil ako yung umiikot dito sa harap nyo. Kaya ang hirap ngayon. And that objective sana, yung kanilang repair, mas maganda siguro kung ginamit nila sa top lane kasi may numbers advantage sila doon. It was Ziggs going against the Lovers duo. But now since they don't have it, they don't have enough pressure to take this Infernal Dragon. And this is big kasi this is additional damage. Pag nakuha to ng BREN Esports, talagang aray na yung bawas sila.
Not to mention Ziggs yan, no? Hindi biro yung magiging damage ng BREN Esports. Samahan mo pa ng Enchanter support in the Lux. Final Spark? Posibleng makatunaw yan. But right now, I think Nova's aware of that. They're gonna be starting this Infernal Drake. Ayaw nilang ibigay ito sa BREN Esports, but BREN Esports might actually try to contest this.
Yeah, and okay, quickness onto one that's actually not worth it. They're opting to disengage for now because they already secured the Infernal Dragon. However, Otap nearly getting caught out, hindi siya na-silence, so nakapag-perfect execution out pa rin siya. But this time, medyo nagalit ang BREN Esports. Gusto nila siguro mag-contest dito for the mid turret kasi bottom lane na-secure na nila. They have enough firepower to zone everybody out from Nova Esports, but they're having a really good engage here with the shockwave pero walang follow-up. Yun lang yung downside. Nakakatakot sumugod.
And bottom line, you're already seeing Nova Esports with 2 Drakes. That's an Infernal and an Ocean Drake that's only going to benefit them further. So ngayon, BREN Esports, gusto nilang makahanap na sagot. Gusto nilang bawiin yung mga losses nila. And ngayon, mag-e-engage dito sila sa gitna. Makukuha nila yung first tower in the mid lane. But Olaf, tamang trabaho lang. Top lane naman ng target niya. And just like that, 1 for 1 sa tower trade. Mid for top. Although may lamang na isang tore ang BREN Esports sa bot side.
Yeah, actually very proactive strategy ginagawa dito ng Nova Esports. A while ago, hindi sila nag-commit sa mid because Olaf was pushing top side. Alam nilang kailangan nila i-give up yung mid tier 1 tower eventually. So okay lang, sige, delay the inevitable. Bawi tayo sa top side. Nakuha ng Olaf kahit ang mega inferno bomb doon si Ziggs, si Haze, wala pa rin. So right now, they're kind of even in terms of gold kahit na 2 turret na ang nakuha dito ng BREN Esports, and that is good for the team of Nova Esports kasi in terms of resources, there's still more for them to take, and given the objectives that they already secured, they have enough firepower and sustain. Kaya nakita natin, Graves dito, instant punish dahil overextended siya. Under tier 1 tower, that is a bad idea.
Napakalinis ngayon ha. Methodical ang pwede natin sabihin pagdating sa galawan dito ng Nova Esports. They're making sure they cross their T's and dot their I's kasi ayaw nila magbigay ng opportunity na makabawi ang BREN Esports ngayon. They're holding a 2k gold lead right now. Meron silang 2 Drake, 2 Tore ang nakuha na nila ngayon. So far, it's benefiting them. But at the same time, we also have to consider na hindi rin magiging biro ang lineup ng BREN Esports towards the late game. Maraming maibabato to, especially with the poke and the peel coming in from MJan and Haze. Tapos si Konsi pa. Paano pag nakapag-scale yung Kai'Sa towards the late game? Di ba?
Oo. Kumbaga, kahit behind sila ng onte, nakikita pa rin natin na sila yung nagpe-pressure all over the map. Dahil dun nga, sa damage na pwede nilang i-dish out. And having the Ziggs, yung turret securing nila is much better compared sa Nova Esports. Kaso dito naman medyo nahuling Garen. Medyo mahunat siya. Kaso kailangan mag-back away ngayon ng Nova Esports dahil andyan na yung cavalry, andyan yung mga rest back nila, yung mga tropa pips niya. Kumbaga against the Garen alone, medyo nagsistruggle sila, and dito na natin kumikita na baka maging problema to for the next few team fights.
And speaking of problema, napapansin mo, parang sobrang ingat ng BREN tsaka ng Nova dito. Hindi basta-basta pumapasok o humuhuli. It's a very, very low kill game. 1, tapos 2, edi 3 lang. Di ba? Galing ko magbilang.
Di ba?
Pero 13 minutes daw.
Quick maths.
13 minutes. Okay, 1k ang lamang ng Nova Esports. The third Drake is spawning in 10 seconds. Alam na natin ibig sabihin yan. Either magkagulo sila ng sobra-sobra or umabot na naman sa bandang stalemate tapos isa lang makakuha ng dragon. Malalaman na natin to ngayon.
Mukhang hindi ata magiging stalemate ito kasi nakita natin nag-engage na agad dito ang BREN Esports, pero mukhang ayaw nila yung fully commit, especially when they don't have enough vision over the blue side jungle here of Nova Esports. It's a very good contest that Nova Esports are doing onto the Mountain Drive kasi syempre gusto nila makompleto yung tatlo para trio stack lang sila dito, and may good flank position sila dito from the Akali onto the backline members of BREN Esports, pero go agad sila dito with a spin to win on the Garen. Quickness into the grand entrance comes in onto just one here onto the Grace, pero may nagkukulang sila ng damage. They secured an assassination onto the Ziggs, and actually it's going to be a 3-for-1 trade already. Very good positioning dito ng Nova Esports. Talagang inikutan nila lahat dito from BREN Esports. Ignore the Garen. Sige, makunat yan. Hindi natin mapapatay. Yung iba na lang sugurin natin. Yung Ziggs, instant, pumunta dun yung Olaf, pati yung Akali. Ang ganda na ginawa dito ng Nova Esports.
And now, they immediately go for that Baron, knowing that for a dead, 15 seconds ang death timer ng mga to bago pa sila makapag-respond. Only Jet is around to contest. Hindi na nila mako-contest yan. That's a Baron going to the side of Nova Esports. This is going to be very huge for them. At pag inalagaan na itong Baron buff, kinalat nila, na-maintain nila yung momentum nila, at nakapag-push pa sila ng Toro dito, mas lalong macho-choke out ang BREN. Imbis na makabawi sila, hindi na sila halos makaka-farm.
Yeah, yun na eh. Kapag hindi na sila makaka-farm, saka meron pa silang problema na bago. Yes, they went for the poke, tapos meron silang solid frontline na si Garen. Ang problem nila though is Nova Esports ignoring that Garen particularly, kasi ang hirap din na parang sabihin dito ni Jet na oy, ako atake kasi wala siyang crowd control. He can't pin someone down at no siguro distract lang using the human Beyblade na ginagawa niya. Pero it's still up to the other members of BREN Esports to establish that zoning. Yung mga traps dito ni Ziggs, yung smoke screen ni Graves, even the locks with the slow and the light binding, yun ang kailangan nila maitawag. Pero ang hirap din kasi ang liliksi dito ng Nova Esports. They have Rakan and the Akali na talagang pwedeng mag-sneak all throughout from frontline to backline access agad sila dito sa BREN Esports. And yun ang nagiging problem nila ngayon.
Yep, that's very, very true. Ang problem naman dito, pagdating sa Nova, nakikita na natin, no? This BREN Esports spot, they have the wave clear. Pero wait, speaking of wave clear, nagtatry mag-clear ng wave dito si Jet, papapa-flash out siya, at ngayon pinipressure na third tower here in the mid lane. Si Olaf andun sa top lane, kasama si Ancient One Graves. Tinatry niya ngayon talaga makipagpakpakan dito para ma-save yung mga towers with a full health Garen. Beyblade Simulator pa nga, mukhang masasave nila ang top at ang mid lane. Bot lane, ando naman ang Kaisa, walang problema against the Akali kahit pa paano sa ngayon. But this just grew their lead, no? From the 1k gold lead, we're reaching 8,000 gold. And with 3 Drakes, it's only getting from bad to worse para sa BREN Esports. Kailangan nila makabawi agad and find the shutdowns they need para maka-regain ulit ng momentum at control dito sa mapa.
Yeah, maybe they have a chance in terms of turning the tides around. In terms of stealing the Elder Dragon na magsuspawn in a few minutes. Kasi pwede nila i-burst down kasi hindi sila hayaan dito. We'll put this into the grand entrance here by Derakan. Garen trying to spin to win here. They got the GA here from the Olaf, and now they're punishing the commit here by Nova Esports, pero hindi pa sila tapos. Yung light binding tumama kay Zaya, pero hindi enough yung follow-up. Doon sila medyo na ngayon na tatamaan in terms of disadvantage. Yung onting kulang nila sa resources na nakulang sila para makabili ng items, ngayon kukulangan sila ng damage para mapatay yung ibang members dito ng Nova Esports. Kahit nagkamali yung
but hindsight looks good for BREN Esports in this situation. Nakuha nila yung GA netong Olaf. That only means that pag lumaban na sila para sa Elder, wala nang GA. If this Olaf goes down, he's down permanently and he needs to wait for the respawn timer to finish. 3 seconds in, eto na, mukhang magkakakitaan sila. Bottom side ang BREN Esports, Nova sa top side, they want a battle for this Elder Drake.
Yeah, pero dito may pressure ang Nova Esports to actually just push down mid. Rebenga getting cut out here by the Ola Force to go golden, and he's actually zoned out from the objective. Pero on the other side, grabe dito, Nova Esports already taking the middle inhibitor tower before even the Dragon started. Andito, nakita na agad, nanikling ang mga mata dito na Nova Esports, and immediate rotate sila dito sa may Elder Dragon kasi alam nila, medyo pulado dito si Rebenga. Nag-heal siya from the camps. Garen here now trying to zone them out. Spin to win just like a while ago. Nice shockwave though, but only to the Garen. Divine Judgment here on 3. Rakan, pero pinulang sila ng damage. Na zone out sila. Yung attention nila nakuha dito na Akali. Killer Instinct even invested here by Consi to just chase down Akali. Pero hindi pa siya patay. Buhay pa rin siya. Napatay siya eventually. But this time, may answer dito. Nova Esports. Okay, wala dito yung ADC nyo. Dito kami susugod. Ngayon, wala kayong damage at kayo ay mauubos dahil kay Giannis. And they now secure the ace because of that. Grabe yun.
Napakaganda. They're literally avoiding the fights. And when BREN gets position, ano ginawa nila? Nag-push. Tapos nung nag-scatter na, inisa-isa, pinik off, and there we go. Nova Esports is gonna take game number 1.
Grabe yun. Nova Esports. In terms of macro, yung team fight decision making nila, it was amazing. Yung key factor doon kung bakit sila nag-engage was the Kai'Sa's Killer Instinct onto OTAP. Nung nakita nila, okay, walang kasamang ADC, yung BREN Esports, tara, sugod na tayo. Iwanan na natin tong Elder kasi kaya naman natin sila kahit walang Elder Dragon eh. Ang lalambot dito na composition ng BREN Esports, yung Garen low na kasi kanina pa siya nagtitake ng damage. Everybody, let's go. Sino papatay kay Giannis? Wala. Ragnarok lang siya. Wala na makakapatay sa kanya.
And now, no, we're actually looking at the graph here. It looks very, very even until the later stages na nagkagulo because of that play in the Elder Drake. Nagtatry mag-position ang BREN Esports para makuha yon, but they had a small lapse forgetting about their mid lane tower na napuslit. Nakuha nila agad yung tore, nakatakbo pa, and then after that, they caught out etong si Jet, nakuha rin nila si Rebenga, and then nagkatuloy-tuloy na kasi hindi na sapat ang damage ng BREN Esports para tanggalin si Olaf. And look at that, damage output, no? You're looking at a 22k damage Ziggs, not bad, but in comparison to the Olaf at 29,000, napakalaking bagay nun. And what they did, it was very, very crazy. They avoided fights, went for pick-offs, focused on controlling the waves, and then all of a sudden, they changed it a little. Kasi isipin ng BREN, okay, prayo namin etong Drago. Joke lang, kunin namin to rin nyo. Tapos ayun na, nagkagulo na, may nahuli pa sunod-sunod until they immediately locked it in. Nova Esports, man, that was no joke of a strat, and it looked really, really good.
Big brain move right there by Nova Esports. Definitely, it has shaken the members of BREN Esports. So, tinan natin kung paano sila babawi dito. Pero syempre, bago tayo mag-head down to the next game, gusto muna natin pasalamatan DR Esports, Tragik Esports, and realme for powering up this Wild Rift Underground Week number 11. Semifinals na ito with a 20k prize pool. Kaya syempre, alam mo ba naging ganito ito? Syempre dahil meron suporta din nila MrBeast PH, PointBreak, Ginoo Clothing, WildBros, and Danassaur bot.
Ayun na nga po mga kaibigan, no? Pasalamatan natin ang mga napakalupit na tao na tumutulong para mapaganda ang underground events natin dito. And, speaking of maganda, napakaganda ng game number 1. The only question now is, Giyang, paano babawi BREN Esports? They were outmaneuvered in game 1, so is there anything they need to change para sa game 2?
Definitely, I would like to say okay sana yung comp nila. Problem was, well, they needed to counter the Akali kaya din siguro na Garen. It worked, especially naka-solo kill pa nga doon kanina yung Garen in the bottom lane. Pero in terms of team fight, siguro kailangan nila with more control. Maybe Camille would have been better kung ma-lockdown nila, or Jarvan kaso it's not going to be a beta pick. However, in terms of them being able to dish out damage and avoid the members of Nova Esports on engaging onto them, they need better lockdown. Kaya din parang nung nawala yung Garen, kapag wala yung Garen sa, hindi, kahit andun sa teamfight, ini-ignore lang nila kasi hindi naman gaano masakit yung damage. And a while ago, big factor talaga na panalo ng Nova Esports, yung nawala yung Kai'Sa sa ibang kasama niya. Na nakita nila na ang layo na dahil hinabol yung Akali, doon na sila sumugod So maybe a bit more composure on their side. Kasi hindi pwede yung mga ganun. Trying to chase down, overcommit, quickly mapapunish siya ng kalaban mo. And most especially, dahil dito na tayo, semifinals na Talagang highly skilled ang mga players and teams. Kaya every mistake, ikakapitalize yan. Kaya nakita din natin, Nova Esports, grabe din. In terms of securing dragons, kahit umpisa pa lang. Si Rebenga getting caught out, hindi na nakuha yung dragon. Actually, it was Nova Esports securing the first dragon. Kahit ang ganda na sana ng strategy nila They had the Scuttle Crab na secure nila yon, so they have vision, tapos ini-start nila yung dragon. Without any vision, sumugod dun yung Nova East. Nag-start yun dahil yung pag-flash in ng Olaf, nakita niya agad yung call nila dun talaga, parang on point.
Tsaka big deal rin, no, yung pagkamatay ng Akali. Itong si Otap, nagkaroon sila ng engagement nung Kai'Sa. Drop the Kai'Sa to roughly below 50%. So pagkatapos doon, sinugod na ng Nova yung mga members ng BREN. Hindi na makapalag ng todo-todo yung Kai'Sa kasi kulang na buhay niya And out of nowhere, di ba? Out of nowhere, binaliktad na ng todo-todo by just chasing and then going for the end. Etong Nova, inalagaan nila ang mga sarili nila by making sure na konti lang mistakes nila. Minimize as many errors as possible. Kontrolin lang yung waves. Focus lang sa mga kailangan gawin. Walang overcommit, walang overextend. Prayo lang talaga sa objectives. It all started from the steal. No, nung sinisimula ng BREN, pumasok si Olaf, tinanggal si Graves, and then taking that Drake, and then naging tuloy-tuloy na. All of the other objectives went to Nova, and slowly, the control over the map built for Nova, nahirapan na ng todo-todo ang BREN i-maintain yung composure nila. Kasi, hindi biro yung hindi biro yung lineup You may think na, okay, ang ganda nga, may Ziggs sila, may Kai'Sa sila, pero paano kung hindi umabot ng late para ma-maximize yung lakas ng dalawang champions na yun? And that's exactly what Nova did. They wanted to make sure they get all the objectives possible para pagka konti lang mali nila, pwede nilang dire-diretsuhin and end it as fast as possible.
Yeah. Ang ganda nga din ng rotation nila Ina-avoid nila yung parang, siyempre, para maging maganda talaga yung pag-poke dito ng BREN Esports, kailangan din nila magsama-sama. Kailangan nila mag-establish ng good vision onto an area. Ang gagawin dito ng Nova Esports, lilipat sila. Okay, sige, dyan pala kayo sa may dragon side may vision. Lipat kami dito sa may top side. Dito kami sa may baron side. Dito kayo walang wards. Kayong kailangan mag-check. And syempre, hindi kayo mag-check ng basta-basta kasi ang ganda ng English namin. Mag-overstep lang kayo, mag-face check kayo, yari kayo. At most, Garen lang yung pwede. Pero pag iba yung nag-check, pwede mamatay. Instant delete yun sa members ng Nova. Kaya nagre-rely din sila sobra sa Garen kanina para i-check yung isang area. Kasi siya lang yung makunat
Tama. And all things considered, Olaf sa Graves. I think, Giyang, na-point out natin to nung early, di ba? Na itong dalawang jungle na to dito mababase kung ano mangyayari, di ba? Kasi yung supporting cast, kumbaga, they're all very high in terms of damage. Yun nga lang, hindi nangyari yung pag-scale at pagtodo-todong galawan neto ni Rebenga sa kanyang Graves. Nahirapan siya ng todo-todo after that. Olaf just decided to keep chasing the Graves down. Hindi umasenso, hindi na control yung objectives, and then all the objectives going towards Nova, very, very big deal. So, all things considered, is there a specific pick that BREN has to change? What do you think? Ano talaga dapat para sa BREN?
I'm not really sure. Kasi, hindi. Actually, I see your point. Kasi kanina, di ba, they went for first pick, Ziggs.
Mm.
Then, ano yung pinili doon na Nova? Ang nakita ko yung pinik nila agad yung Olaf, diba? Pinik nila yung
Oo.
Olaf. It was Orianna, then Olaf agad. I'm not really sure, pero parang ganun. They were showing their hands already na i-engage. Pero may Ziggs na dito, BREN is a good synergy champion sana na pwede na nagamit. Was the usual, the OG champions. Jarvan or Camille, kung gusto nila isa yung ma-lockdown. And it would have been really nice kasi Nova Esports were opting for an Olaf. I'm not sure lang kung ano yung placement on in terms of picks. Pero either way, you could have denied the Olaf or ma-counter na siya kung nauna yung pag-pick na Olaf. And it would have really helped BREN Esports in having that frontline champion to threaten Nova Esports kasi hindi sila natatakot at most nakakite lang nila naman yung yung Garen eh. Or actually hindi lang kite totally ignore. Yung Garen nalilito na lang kung sino yung atake niya eh. Kaya ayun, final bans natin pala by the way dito is going to be Diana, Olaf, Galio, and Ziggs. So BREN, wala na kayong Ziggs.
Tama.
Nova
At the end of the day, hindi gumana yung zoning at lack of crowd control nitong BREN Esports. Nova made theirs work. At the end of it all, they got the Garen, they got everything they needed to make sure they could end early. This time, as we head into game number 2, we know what's already banned out. Tingnan natin ang first prio pick ng Nova. It's gonna be the Gragas. Ang sagot ng BREN dito, yan ang magiging mahiwagang tanong natin. Ano ang pwede nilang isagot for the Gragas? Kaysa could be an opportunity here na gusto lang kunin. Pero baka nga bumalik lang sila Rebenga dun sa usual strat nila. And there we go. Kaysa Rakan. What do you think about that?
Nako, maganda ito. Kasi okay din naman yung Kaysa ni Consi, if I'm not mistaken. Nag-pilot ng Kaysa kanina. Okay naman yung nila. Okay naman yung Kaysa pick nila kanina. It's just that one small detail na nag-overcommit siya on the Akali. Kaya din natalo sila on that T5. Pero okay naman yung performance na doon. In terms of staying safe, in terms of free hitting, yung yung positioning niya sobrang ganda din. And now I'm really liking what I see here. But okay. This is kind of surprising kasi yun nga Orianna hinover nila kanina. So baka gawin dito ng Nova Esports is take the Orianna para ma-deny yung last pick dito ng ng BREN Esports, and they will do it kasi siyempre sila, why not go for it? Engage pala kayo? Kami na lang tong Orianna. Pairan pa namin ng isang Wukong.
Oh man, but then again, the final pick, Fizz. Big deal to Bakit? Kasi sabihin natin tumama Cham the Waters dito kay Saya. Featherstorm. Mahuli siya ni J4. Featherstorm. Mahuli siya ng napakalupit na Grand Entrance at may charm pang kasama. Featherstorm pagtapos. Diba? Hextech Ultimatum para mabuhay. Featherstorm na naman. Ang dami niyang kailangan gawin para matakasan ng BREN Esports for game number 2. Not to mention, etong si Silhouette. I don't think it's gonna be that easy for an Orianna to maneuver around this kind of composition. Napaka-scary, mainly because, ito nakikita ko BREN Esports, they want to make sure na ma-burn na lahat ng mga skills na pwedeng gamitin ng Nova, ma-burn yung mga summoners nila as much as possible, bago sila mag-fully commit at practically, i-overpower etong si Nova. Nova, on the other hand, they have a combo with the Orianna. Cyclone, Shockwave, may Monsoon sila to protect the Saya. At the same time, another thing that needs to be burnt, and then an explosive cast for a possible reset. They can avoid all of those situations with BREN diving in to try to get the core. So ngayon, paano nila i-execute yun? Malalaman natin sa game number 2. This time, Nova Esports on the blue side. Ano sa tingin mo ang lamang dito, Giang? Who has the better early?
Actually, I'm really liking the composition here of Nova. Why? Because they're really balanced. They have engaged, they have good siege damage, they have engaged and disengaged at the same time. They have both Gragas and Jana to help them really have control in terms of team fighting capability. And ang problem lang nila dito might be laning phase because they're against a really strong solo laners, Fizz and Camille. Kung magkamali lang dito ng onti si Silhouette, mahihirapan siya kay Lee. Same goes for top lane. It's a Camille that can really threaten side lane push and isolated kills. Kaya dito kailangan mag-ingat ng Nova Esports. They need to play safe and they need to be wary of the threats that BREN Esports are making right now.
Ang dami nga kasing threat, di ba? So, ang daming kailangan problemahin dito ng Nova. And if they play their cards right, so to speak, at hindi sila nahuli basta-basta ng BREN Esports, kayang-kaya nila i-turn yung fight. It's just a matter of making sure na etong si Haze hindi basta-basta magwawala. Kasi, posibleng ma-one-hit delete ang kung sino man dito sa side ng Nova eh. Oriana, Wukong, Saya, Jana. Baka bago pa top monsoon, mabura na rin ni Haze. It's also a possibility. So, that high amount of damage, kailangan pa i-build up ng Nova dito.
Kailangan nila i-build up. And, syempre, in terms of setting up team fights, medyo mas komplikado yung kanila. Kasi, kailangan nila ng magandang positioning, kailangan nila ng magandang timing. Kailangan nila timing, and especially, na cooldown yung mga pang-disengage and pang-protect dito ng Nova Esports. Kaya kailangan nila magkaroon ng kahit anong lead siguro in terms of ganking, lalo na meron silang Jarvan Jarvan ni Rebenga ito. And the best possible gank siguro nila would be mid lane, at least bait out the flash from Silhouette, tapos transition into a dragon fight agad.
Nakita mo yung vision na yan? Ayun o, 4 na ward. They're aware of what this jungler's doing. And that's the vision coverage coming in from BREN Esports. Knowing which side the jungler is can also mean na ito, baka problema ang bot side nitong BREN Esports. Kasi doon manggagaling yung Wukong eh. Chinek nila yung area doon sa top side ng jungle. Wala! Nasaan yung Wukong? It only means na okay, kung wala siya doon, nasa bot side siya. Baka mag-gank bot side, then we can actually try to go for a play dito sa top side. Wala yung jungle doon eh, we can outplay 2v1. Diba?
Oh.
Big deal yun when it comes to information kasi knowing where your opponents are, ibig sabihin dyan, alam mo ang next step mo kung paano ka aariba dito sa mga laban na to.
Yeah. Kumbaga, vision is everything. Vision is information, and that information leads to your decision making na tama. Kasi siyempre, hindi lang basta dapat dumidesisyon lang sa isang bagay. Kailangan may correct information ka and timing. Since alam nila yung Wukong nasa bottom lane, why not go top lane?
Uy.
But top, good disengage. Saving the flash after the Hextech ultimatum and the Cataclysm was invested. Ang ganda nun. Naka-avoid siya nun.
Good yun talaga, lalo na para sa Nova, no? You know for a fact that Cataclysm and itong Hextech ultimate, they're down for the first dragon fight. Tapos Infernal Drake pa to. No ultimates on the J4. Oh my god, this is gonna be a big deal. But now, a fight can actually break out here. Diving in is the Rakan. Makakahuli sila dito. Flag and drag. May isa pat ba? First blood now going to the fish. Pero hindi pa tapos ang laban. Kasi ngayon, ito naman ang gusto nilang tanggalin. Makakuha pa nila. Siyempre, hindi. Si Ruler na ignite lang. Tamang atras lang sa ngayon. Marireset ang Dragon. Mapapa-atras ang Nova. But with a reset and no Dragon taken, isa lang ibig sabihin yan. Posibleng magkagulo ulit. Pero yun na nga, no? Bago makapag-reset, nagsimula na naman ang BREN. Fake back ba? Okay, joke lang daw talaga. Hindi na. Aatras na sila. Let's go. Second fight coming up. Wala pa kasing nakakuha ng Dragon.
Yeah, you have to respect the firepower coming from BREN Esports. Even though they invested double ultis a while ago in the top lane, they still have the burst damage capability, especially dito from the Kaisa and from the Fizz na ngayon may Litbane na. Sobrang sakit na yan. Talagang matatakot na dito ang mga backline members ng Nova Esports kasi kayang-kaya sila i-obliterate ng isda na to in an instant. A while ago, nakuha nila yung kill kay Chanis, hindi sila nag-take ng Dragon kasi they want to play it out safe. They don't want to give any sort of chance here to Nova Esports na maka-turn around ng isang game kasi alam nila na pwede sila ma-burst down dito, especially kapag ginamitan sila ng ultis dito ng Nova Esports. So, at their best, healthiest sila, Available yung ultis, except lang kay Fizz and Kaisa, tinake na yung Dragon. And now, they're going for the team fight here. Onto Wukong once again, pero medyo overextended ata sila. Good position here by the Kaisa, using the killer instinct to reposition herself, and walang namatay sa kanila. Ang ganda ng execution nila doon, and 2-0 plus Dragon na sila.
Malaking ano yun malaking oops yun para kay Chinese. Pinasok niya late. Nakuha na agad They had no vision. So again, di ba nakita natin yung importance ng vision dito para sa BREN. Alam nila kung nasaan. Although they did attempt a play sa top side para i-try kunin yung yung Gragas, they used to ultimate for that. Still, the results were good because Hayes got the first blood. Di ba? So now 0-2 yung Wukong na to. They got the Infernal Drake as well, and now fight can break out here. Tuloy-tuloy yung pagpasok para hulihin yung Saya. Makikita ang mukha ng Husky, but it's just way too late. That's a lot of damage from Hayes and the rest of BREN. Ngayon, ang target nila dito, syempre, Rift Herald na. Habang yung dalawa naman, kumukuha ng torre sa taas.
Yeah, snowballing is definitely in favor here of BREN Esports, and it is being showcased right now as they have 3 kills plus Rift Herald dito. Nice steal sa sariling kamse pa dito ni Consi just for the fadeaway. Kumbaga, magaling ako magkaisa. Pakita ko nga dito sa mga casters nito para ma-elid sila. Style points all the way. Grabe. No look pa ang ginawa na doon. Grabe.
Yung mga gusto mo makita yun. Isipin mo na lang kung kalaban ka. Bad trip ka kung mangyayari yun sa'yo, men.
Hindi malalaman kung ano.
Seeker. Oh, man. But still, BREN is BREN. Magkakampi sila doon. Okay lang. 3K gold advantage though, going to the side of BREN Esports right now, sitting on top of an Infernal Drake as well. Yung Husky nagpakita na para kainin si Janna, pero hindi naging sapat yung damage at mabubuhay, makakauwi pa siya. But other than that, control over the map, the waves, BREN are making sure they can continue pushing, and now their target is the bot side.
Target nila is bot side, especially that they have the Rift Herald. Easily makukuha nila itong tier 1 tower, but we're gonna see Nova Esports trying to contest them. They're going to try to protect this, pero ang hirap nito kasi mid lane, top lane, tinithreaten din, and wala silang answer sa mid lane kasi lahat sila nasa bottom lane.
Parang ano to possible fight dito sa bot side. Ando naman si Wukong, pero again, first items therapy on to Wukong. You know this Wukong's having a really hard time. And now the dive in coming in again on the Orianna. The shockwave did not even complete. That's another one obliterated. But wait, there's more. Gragas naman ang target dito. Hindi tatama ang kill ni M dyan. But that's okay, because wala naman masyadong mawawala doon. Tamang haras lang and poke in coming in. But now, again, back to the bot lane. Ito yung action dito. Ruler going up against Consi. Tamang trade-off. Can you use the feathers to actually pull off something here? The monsoon is gonna be there to stop that engagement. And now, wait lang, baka Wukong naman yan mahuhuli dito. Hindi pa daw tapos yung laban, suntukan pa rin daw. Okay, ayun, napatras na. Skills were burned. Resources were used. We now know for a fact that the Jan has no ultimate. Pipilitin to ng BREN Esports, lalo na kay Husky. Say hello, rampage na po para kay Hayes. Hindi pa halat tapos kasi tuloy-tuloy na po ito. Uhulihin pang isa. Ang Cyclone ngayon, binaliktad ng Shockwave. Mamamatay ang dalawa sa BREN Esports. Tamang objective lang. Kukunin lang Torre for the trade. But with 2 members going down, that is big shutdown gold because yung 4-0 na Hayes, 4-1 na ngayon.
Yeah, bit of an overextension. Medyo na sobrang ata sila doon ng confidence din. Not respecting the damage output of Nova Esports. And yun nga, like what you said, malaki yun. Big shutdown gold ang nakuha nila doon. Kaya ngayon din, hindi lang shutdown pati rin sa objective. This is a fast-paced game. This is WildBros we are talking about. Any mistake you make can be quickly punished, and yung extension ng punish is very deep. It transitioned, yung 2-0 kill na yon, transitioned onto the Dragon and might even be the Baron, pero knowing Nova Esports na na they don't want to take too much risk na pwedeng ikatalo nila. They respect BREN Esports engage, especially na ngayon may Rabadon's Death Cup na si Hayes, kaya hindi na sila nagtuloy. let the waves reset, farm mo na ulit.
This is gonna get more painful, no? To think na ganyan nakasakit yung Fizz, tapos dalawa pa lang yung item na nakukumpleto niya. Aside from a proto belt, ha? Most people, okay, stasis tayo. Extra safe. Hindi. Si Hayes, proto belt. More mobility. Habol. Habol kung habol. And ngayon, 4-1 siya, was shut down, but still, that's not gonna negate the current damage that this Fizz has. So, Nova still has to be very careful because wave control as well. Kontrolado sa ngayon ng BREN. Pwede nilang ituloy-tuloy ito. They have vision coverage right now over the rivers to know if there's any attempt to rotate by BREN Esports. Maganda sa ngayon, no? Yung words dito ng Nova.
Magaganda yung words sila, pero ang tanong, magiging sufficient ba yun? Kasi nakikita natin, BREN Esports, are they starting the Baron already? They are hovering there and yeah, they are starting it. Na-secure nila. Sneaky play by BREN Esports.
Ay,
Actually,
galing.
na-secure nila yung yung Scuttle Crab. Pero, ang problem nila, wala silang wild sa
Inside the pit.
mismong pit.
Oo.
Kaya dito, hindi lang daw Nova Esports ang... kanina, game 1, hindi gumana ang sneaky play ni Rebenga, pero ngayon, gumana na. At malaking factor ito kasi talagang makakapush sila. How can you contest side lane push kung lugi ka talaga doon in the matchup? Kung wari, top against Jet, lugi siya eh. Nakikita natin na-threaten kanina yung top lane. Mid lane, Orianna versus Fizz. Dapo, kakainin ka lang ng isang corgi na na dapat pating.
Yep. And something to add to that, no? Kinakalat nila yung Baron buff. So, on top of the fact na lugi ka, meron ring minions na na empowered, pero wait na, munti ka na, nagpakita na naman si Boy Husky, hindi makakapatay sa ngayon si Ace doon. Pero mukhang bot side naman, pwede sila makapatay dito. Pumasok na, the charm is there, the monsoon is gonna be popped to make sure that they stay alive. Mabubuhay pa sa ngayon, but the tower is not gonna be looking good. The Gragas did not look good either. Say goodbye, Gragas. 30 seconds on the clock. Second tower sa bot, tanggal na rin. No more outer towers. Nagre-recall pa nga. Huli ka, Balbon. That's a double now. Make that one. Oh no, that is very, very good for BREN Esports. And with that taken out, you already know the towers are in bad shape kasi kahit yung mid lane nila naghihingalo na, kalahati na mga buhay.
Grabe yun. Very good punish by BREN Esports. Yun nga eh. Kita ko yung reaction mo eh. Recall pa. You have to respect the engager of BREN Esports. If you don't, quickly may kita nila yan at ipapunish nila. Na-transition yan into 2 kills and now they have so much gold for their Baron power play, kumbaga. And now, ito eh, Ocean Dragon, third dragon of the game. Sino ang makakuha nito? It's looking good here for BREN Esports.
Oo, for sure. Kontrolado nila mapa sa ngayon eh. Puro inhib towers na lang natitira para dito sa Nova. So pag ganon, paano ka lalabas? Kailangan mo muna i-shove out yung waves bago ka makaabot doon. At the same time, warded pa ng BREN, so they will know that Nova's coming. Whether they go through the waves or they go through the jungle itself, it is going to be uncontested. That's the third Drake going naman to the side of BREN Esports. With a Drake added to their list, you already know, mahihirapan palalo ang Nova dito. They have the mobility, but they cannot use that mobility from the Cloud Drake o hindi naman sila makakilos sa mapa.
Sa sobrang hindi sila makakilos sa mapa, look at the turret here of BREN Esports. Grabe. They are just chilling right now. Kompleto pa sila lahat. Pero bawas, sakto lang. May bawas naman onte mid lane, pero the side lane ones, chill lang. We are very comfortable sitting right now in one spot. Kasi talagang overextended lagi ang BREN Esports in terms of pushing. Bot side is pushing. And split sila. Habang nagpe-pressure dito yung dalawang solo laners, the other members of BREN Esports starting the Baron again, threatening this jungler of Nova Esports.
Actually, muntik pa nga mahuli yung Orianna sa bot side eh. Pero ito, si Wukong attempted to actually contest that Baron take, no, habang nagkakagulo sa bot side. He's not pretty low. This is could actually be a bad thing. Pag nawala ang smiter ng Nova dito, this could mean the end of it. Second Baron yan, lalaban ang BREN dito, ginamit ang cataclysm, makakahuli sila ng dalawa. Magiging sapat pa damage sila, yun ang tanong. Kasi ang Oriana tutumba, meron pa atang sasama dito from BREN, wala, makakasaka si Mjan doon. And with Ori down, Chianese needing to heal, regenerate, bago pumunta at i-contest ng Baron na to. Ang tanong, aabot pa ba siya? Mas lalo na't warded. Alam ng BREN kung saan sila manggagaling. There is a teleport coming in to cut off this Wukong. It may already be too late, and just as we say it, Baron secured by BREN. Takbo na lang ang magagawa ni Wukong, pero ang tanong ay makakatakbo pa ba? Yes sir, but the Baron buff is now going to start knocking on those inhibitor towers.
Yeah, inhibitor towers are shaking right now dahil Baron na naman, round 2 kumbaga ng push kanina. At ngayon, mas masakit pa ang BREN Esports, kaya medyo mahirapan talaga dito Nova Esports, but we're seeing them kind of surviving in a way during team fight. Isa na lang at most yung namamatay sa kanila, maybe 2, but still, they need to do something here. They need to win a team fight in terms of avoiding the initial burst here of BREN Esports and then firing back. Kasi kapag wala naman ang ult, yung Fizz, wala nang cataclysm, wala nang quickness dito, pati Hextech Ultimatum. Medyo mahirapan na sila mag-dish out ng damage kasi siyempre they have to respect the Oriana and the Zaya kasi tumatagos yung damage nila Pero hindi sila hinahayaan. Divide and conquer is the strategy of BREN Esports right now.
Saka hindi na sila makalapit para i-clear man lang yung wave. That's already 2 towers gone. Explosive Casto, gumamit sila para makahuli ng member ng BREN. Pero yun nga lang, masyado na atang masakit kasi makahuli sila. 1 for 1 sa ngayon, make na 2 for 1, 3 for 1. Ano na, all in 1 na ba? Kasi isa na lang ang natitira mo ang hindi napapayagan pang kunin yun. Kasi tapos na, 1-1 na. BREN takes this game and we are going to a game 3.
Grabe yun. Naalala mo pa yung sa first game kanina, yung kill score?
Oo.
2-1.
Diba?
Mukhang prediction ata yun sa game na ito. Ang tanong nga lang, sino ang mananalo sa game number 3? At yun yung malalaman natin, mama. Kasi pareho sila talagang pinapakita na hindi kami ang dapat manalo dito. Hindi kami ang dapat makapunta sa finals mamaya. Kaya yun ang ating aabangan dito for game number 3. Looking at the gold graph. Ooh, grabe ang BREN Esports. A very, very dominating form. And not really dominating, pero they were dictating the flow of the game. Talagang ang Nova Esports, they were forced to be reactive on their side in looking at where BREN Esports would be going. Kaya dun naka-decide talaga ng dun talaga naka-dictate ng flow ng game ang BREN Esports in terms of pressure. Kasi lanes pa lang, panalo na sila. Team fighting nila, ang ganda ng decision making nila, avoiding kahit ang daming disengage dito ng Nova Esports saka utility, na-avoid nila na-bait out nila, tapos naka-counter din nila.
Tsaka makikita natin sa graph kanina, walang problema para sa BREN. Nakuha man yung second Drake doon, hindi man lang natinag Nakikita natin sa gold graph, it's still continuously going towards BREN's favor. It was an MVP performance from Consi, but all of this would not have been possible kung hindi kinontrol ni Hayes at hindi nagbigay ng opportunity si Jet at si Rebenga doon. Not to mention itong si Mjan na tuloy-tuloy ang pag-knock up, pag-follow up para mahirapan ng todo-todo ang Nova. We saw a very, very solid game. And now, we can only expect to see something even better for game number 3. Is it going to be Ruler against Consi dictating the pace? Or yung dalawang jungler ba, in Otap at si Rebenga? Malay natin, baka battle of the mid to with Silhouette at si Hayes. We can only figure out who would be dictating. Pero with game number 3, this time, Nova naman ang nagkulang dito. So ang tanong, Master Giyang, ano kailangan gawin ng Nova? Kailangan ba nila bawian ng BREN in a specific way? What are your thoughts?
Well, a while ago, game number 1, they had a real performance. Maybe there would be a repeat of history, or will it still be BREN Esports? Kasi nakita natin pwedeng gamitin ulit ng BREN Esports kasi you take out the Ziggs, well, we still have the Fizz. instead of the Fizz, we are very comfortable with our Fizz. And nakita natin talaga na nag-pressure siya all over the place, even ganking proactively all over the map. But there's still the thought of Nova Esports being really comfortable being on the blue side. So maybe it will be a factor here in terms of comfortability and preference. And based on kumbaga history na lang, Nova Esports ang ganda ng performance nila. So baka sila yung manalo dito, but it would depend as well on their picks kasi baka naman i-ban out na ng Nova yung Fizz and then matake ng BREN Esports yung Ziggs naman. Ang dami factors doon natin na makikita talaga.
Tama. Nakadepende talaga, no? Kung ano yung mga pwede nilang piliin, pwede nilang gawin, posibleng makuha ulit yung Ziggs pag hindi na mababan. Were there any ban-worthy champions for game number 2 na, alam mo yung sobrang laki ng impact na it merits a ban for game 3? What do you think? Sa akin kasi, I don't feel like anything else needed na ba? Aside from the 4 that they've already banned, no? Parang ito talaga is, wala drafting na talaga to napakaganda ng pinakita ng dalawang teams. It just so happens na mas maganda in-execute ng BREN Esports. Ikaw naman.
Sa akin, feeling ko big brain move yung ginawa ng BREN Esports kanina. They hover the Orianna and then they let Nova Esports pick the Orianna kasi gusto pala nila gamitin was the Fizz in first place. I think that was their idea in mind. And they actually baited out Nova Esports to forcefully steal that Orianna with the intention of, okay, gagamitin to ng BREN Esports, kunin natin. Pero hindi pala. They were planning out Fizz from the very beginning. And nakita natin yung difference in performance talaga doon. Talagang ang lakas ng paggamit nila ng Fizz doon. And yung threat talaga, nakikita all throughout the game.
And now, this is the thing, no? Whoever wins this, of course, given na yun, mananalo sila, punta sila sa finals. Pero, I feel like this is something very interesting for Nova. They took a game off of BREN. Di ba? So now, okay, you have our attention. BREN took it really well, bounced back in game number 2. Does Nova have anything left? Diba? Meron pa bang nakatagos na alas para sa kanila para tanggalin ang BREN Esports dito sa semifinals natin? We will find out in game number 3. But the story here, no, is that I'm seeing BREN Esports ban out the Olaf. Pag binan niyang Olaf na yan, yun na ba yung pinakaalas ng Nova? Or maybe they have something else? Kailangan na, parang I don't think this is all that Nova has left to offer Natanggal lang yung Olaf, hindi na nila kaya pantayan BREN. I highly doubt it. Ang ganda at napakalinis ang ginawa nila So, kung ikaw man makakasuggest ka, Giyang, anong mga dapat na i-pick?
Actually, banning out Olaf, feeling ko it was in reference to the first game. Kanina nagwawala yung Olaf nagwawala during that time na meron silang Ziggs, Lux, Kai'Sa, at Graves for Siege, tapos wala sila pag hinabol sila ng Olaf talagang naku talaga, takbo na lang, maiwan kawawa, parang ganun, kasi yung Olaf pag may natamaan niya ng slow niya, ang hirap na agad makatakas dun, kasi mostly damage heavy yung composition ng BREN. So maybe this time uulitin nila. Pero ang patch nila doon, ang fix nila is ban out the Olaf.
Interesting bans at the same time, no? Olaf, Rakan for BREN.
Game number 1.
Tapos Diana Fizz, tinanggal ng Nova. So, they feel the threat of that Diana and that Fizz. But now, Ziggs is open again. With Ziggs being open, is that going to be very critical as a first pick? kukunin kaya to ng BREN Esports knowing that they're blue side this time? Is it going to be part of their composition that will benefit them? Malalaman natin once we head into the draft for game number 3. At mukhang eto na nga mga kaibigan, no? Malapit na tayo magsimula. Kailangan lang natin antayin ang Ancient One na mag-CR.
Okay.
Kailangan lang mag-CR ng Ancient One natin, no? Antay lang natin, guys. Don't worry about it. We will be starting in 1 minute. Do not worry, guys. Napakaganda at napakainit ng game number 3 kasi. So, syempre, dapat no, yung mga magsi-CR break, mag-CR na para pagdating ng laban, tutok na tayo. Di ba?
Yan.
At the same time, Giyang, mukhang, habang may downtime tayo at inaantay pa natin, baka may kailangan tayong pasalamatan. What do you think?
Oo naman. Siyempre, gusto ko pasalamatan dito. Siyempre, sino ba? bukod kay dito, kay Lori Shinbu. Pasalamatan natin DR Esports, Tragik Esports, and realme for powering up this game and semifinals na natin. Siyempre, Underground Week 11 semifinals, and mamaya Grand Finals. And of course, we would like to show our appreciation for the support of MrBeast PH, PointBreak, Ginoo Clothing, WildBros, and Danassaur bot. Kaya ayun, napakaganda, nakakatuwa, nakikita na ang dami talaga nagsusuporta ng ating Wild Rift Underground. It comes to show, not only through the support ng mga sponsors dito, but also to the viewers that are constantly showing their support and appreciation for the event, players, and also us na nagbibigay ng tulong natin for this amazing event. Nandito sila, nanonood, nagko-comment, sinusuporta ng mga teams. Nakakatuwa lang na it all brings together the community just because of this very, very wonderful event.
Kaya nga, di ba, paganda ang Wild Rift Underground natin, mga kaibigan, is all because of the people, supporting, showing their stuff to make sure na napaka-successful neto. At mas lalo na sa ating mga viewers na nanonood, no? So sobrang dami nyo, hindi ko kayo mababanggit isa-isa, pero maraming salamat sa mga sumuporta sa Underground as we head into game number 3. BREN Esports on the blue side going up against Nova Esports on the red side. First pick, as expected, is going to be the Ziggs. What's the answer gonna be for Nova? That is the question. Tingnan natin, no?
That is the question. Kasi, BREN Esports took out the two most threatening champions from game number 1, Olaf and Rakan. So, paano nila ito engage dyan? Wala silang maybe take out ni Camille kasi siyempre may Hextech Ultimatum, Gragas for the disengage at most. Pero wala sila yung ngayon, tipong Rakan and Olaf na talagang ang laki ng impact eh. And maybe BREN Esports having a little bit of adjustment this time kasi a while ago sinabi nga natin, bakit hindi sila nag-Jarvan? Nakinig sila. Jarvan ngayon. Pile them as one and then pasabugan mo ng isang lumilipad na dinamita ng Ziggs.
That's one of the possible combos, no? And it becomes really, really scary. Here's another thing. Camille, Gragas, may lockdown mga yan, may displacement at the same time. Very big deal going up against a J4 na, pag may nahuli ka, okay, Mega Inferno Bob, all good in the hood, sabog. Pero, not necessary. Because the next two picks, sinunod nila is the Ezreal that can just blink out of a Cataclysm. Diba?
I'm shaking right now in my
diba? And then there's the Akali, magko-Korean backdash para makatakas doon sa Cataclysm. Walang problema. Kakayanin na yun. Diba? So, kung ganun yung mangyayari dito, it comes into play na, okay, is this J4 gonna be the real deal in this setup? Because it might actually play off well for the Camilo rin, no? Baka hookshot na lang. And yung last pick na yan could be the icing on the cake here for Nova. Bakit? Kasi shield, and of course, more shields. Not to mention yung Camille, may sarili ng shield. May shroud pa yung Akali. Yung Ezreal, napakalikot. Tapos yung Gragas, may beer. hindi na kayo kukulangan
Para doon ako
sa
natawa eh.
Nova
Para doon ako
Esports.
natawa.
Diba? Kompleto. Ayan ang gusto mong mangyari. BREN Esports on the other hand, bomba, sabog, tapon, lipad, pader, you name it, we have it. Not to mention, spinning human Beyblade. Bakit hindi? So now, very even, very interesting. Game number 3 is gonna look real fun. And because of that, no, isa lang ang magiging tanong ko sa tropa ko ditong si Giyang. Sino sa tingin mo ang lamang sa draft na to?
Wait lang, bago ko sagutin yan, gusto mo na sabihin na iiyak ako sa... Iiyak ako sa to. Natawa na ako sa birta.
Let's promote these drafts.
Sorry. Oh my God. On the serious note, gusto ko ng beer. De, joke lang. ano pala. I'm really liking the composition here of BREN Esports. It's like game 1 2.0. Kasi they're really comfortable with the Garen. Okay, to win against the Akali. That is good. You're winning on the side lane alone. Hindi mo kailangan ng tulong. You don't need attention from their jungler. That's good. And Rebenga here adjusted from the Graves onto the Jarvan. That was they're lacking a while ago in the game number 1. So they might have the upper hand in this game. But same goes for team of Nova Esports here. BREN Esports needs to respect the mobility here of Nova Esports. Kasi same scenario as game number 1, maliliksi ang Nova Esports dito. Yung mga gamit nila, ang daming pang escape. At kailangan yun yung tatimingin nila pag walang hookshot, pag walang shuriken, pag walang arcane shift, pag walang body slam din, pati ulti sila, dun nila pwede gamitin yung kanilang combo. Kasi meron silang zigs. Isipin mo parang engage, plug and drag to cataclysm, shockwave to mega inferno. Kung gitna talaga kayo ng bomba dito ni Ziggs kapag ginagawa nila. Oo, nasa gitna ka na ng middle ng inner talaga.
Napakalupit. At ito pa pala, no? Napansin ko. May Oriana sa mid. So sino support nila? Syempre yung Ziggs!
Yun yung gusto ko sabihin eh. Parang bumalik na sila sa dating gawi. Kasi yun yung nakasanayan mong nakita sa kanila eh. Na meron silang Ziggs support talaga. Mukhang sila na yun ang bobomba na sa bot lane na lang. Kasi why not? Ba't isa lang yung gusto mong bombahin kung pwede naman dalawa, diba?
Ito iniisip ko ngayon, no? Poke war ang mangyayari dito sa bot side. Meron tayong Ziggs, di ba? With the bouncing bombs. We have a Kaisa that can poke with the Katin Rain. Same goes for the Ezreal and the Lux. Meron rin silang ability to just poke out and try to control the waves or try to control the momentum of that bot side. Masisira yan sa rotation. Paano magro-rotate etong dalawang junglers na to? Is the bot side gonna be priority or is it gonna be the top side? Si Otap ngayon tsaka si Jet, this is something we commonly see, no? Akali Garen sa match-up. And there are times where the Akali wins out. There are times where tumagal ng konti tapos yung Garen na yung lamang. But in the mid lane, we have Haze on an Oriana going up against Gragas, di ba? It's beer versus ball. So, napakatindi, di ba? Kung anong gusto mong gamitin para makipagbakbakan dito, but at the same time, they both have the range. You're already seeing some movements here coming. Hextech Ultimatum, ginamit agad. May shockwave pa nga, makakabuhay pa ba? Hindi na po! The cleave is enough to get first blood, and it's gonna be going to the Camille. A little late to the party is Rebenga, no? Re-recover pa, galing dun sa CR. Babawi yan.
Recover pa. Galing dun sa CR. Pero mukhang nasagot yung tanong mo kanina. Beer versus ball. Looks like Beer is winning this first 3 minutes of this game. Na nakita natin dahil nga talaga sa rotation. And the ability ng champions dito na Nova Esports. And ang bilis talaga. Kasi they have even Camille freely ganking from any angle. Yan yung yan yung issue dito siguro ng BREN Esports in terms of trying to be safe in the lane. Kasi usually you just try to look from the river riverside access, maybe some entry points as well. But with the Camille, it is different. You need to look from all angles kasi kahit saan pwede siya dumaan. Even here, when they are going for this dragon fight, medyo delikado yan kasi Camille can go from the cliff actually, and desperation pa yung ginagawa nilang dito ng BREN Esports. Nova Esports securing the dragon uncontested actually. If BREN Esports even overcommitted to that, pwede sila mapunish with more kills dito ng Nova Esports.
Muntik na, no? Muntik na mahuli si Kuya Dragon doon. But then a very clutch stand coming in from Rada stopped Rebenga from using the flag and dragon, going for the steal. That only means Cloud Drake gonna be going to the side of the Esports. Pero 2K ang advantage ngayon dito ng BREN as they press the advantage, taking out 2. The support and the ADC are now done and out for a couple of seconds. Pero wait lang po, mukhang si Silhouette gusto rin makipagbakbakan. Cataclysm ginamit na, pinatulak, pinalayo. Rebenga dropping low, Akali naman hindi pa tapos. Say good night. Konsi destroys the Akali. And although uwi siya doon, that's a 4 for 2. Now in terms of kills, favoring BREN. Hindi pa nga lang tapos ang laban kasi ngayon ang target naman dito si Hayes. Ang Nova gusto pang sumagot dito to make bawi, no? Pero hindi nangyari. Hindi nangyari. Ang target na lang natin, okay. Ito na lang tayo. Dito tayo sa Herald.
Dito na lang sa Herald. Pero ganda na ginawa nila ng bot lane. I actually thought that Otap would get multiple kills back there. Pero good flash by Konsi, forcing the flash again as a response dito ni Otap. And na-secure pa rin yan yung kill. Ganun ka ganda yung outplay na. Yes, a trade 1 for 1 dahil sa Ignite. Pero desperation play again here by Nova Esports trying to take down the Orianna. Pero nag-fail na naman. Nakikita na natin dito that nakokontrol ng BREN. And in a way, nakaka-apekto yun sa mindset din eh. Yung momentum, hindi nyo makuha pabalik kahit ang daming ginawa nila. So this time, the momentum is gone and BREN Esports capitalizing on it. They take Rift Herald.
And now, they summoned that Herald that we were talking about. 4K po ang lamang. Actually, posibleng maging 5K yan kung makukuha nila yung Torre dito kung sakali. But we have Konsi there accompanying this Herald. Si Rebenga, tamang death bush lang na mag-isa. Aabang-abangan niya kung sino mang dadating. Wala nang pupunta, ibibigay na yung tower na yun. The tower falls, and now it's a 2-tower advantage in favor of BREN Esports. That lead now kicks up, going to 5K. This Herald will crash. Ata, hindi na dalawang isip, gustong mangalapit ng wave. Nangalapit ng wave! Ayaw makapagpunguhan sa torre! Sayang naman!
Ito ka nga ako eh, parang naging hindi ko alam bakit tumalikod siya sa torre, parang nagtampo, hindi daw sila bati ng torre. Tampo ako sa'yo, baby! Ayoko sumugod sa'yo, natalikod ako. Pabebe ako.
Oh man. Sayang no. There is no extra damage dealt to that second tower. That second tower will remain unscathed. But now, BREN, they are positioned here in the mid lane. Tamang haras, tamang hataw. Gusto nilang kunin ngayon yung scuttler dito sa top side. When they get that, another form of vision control. But looking at the vision right now, wala masyadong may control, no? Pantay-pantay pa halos. You're seeing wards from the bushes, but other than that, it's one scuttler. 20 seconds until this Infernal Drake spawns. A 5K gold lead for BREN Esports means that they could potentially overpower Nova going into this dragon fight. But with the power of all 5 ultimates combined, kakayanin ba ni Rebenga is kunin yung dragon na yan? Diyan natin malalaman because now, they're slowly transitioning, controlling the wards, trying to take control of this pit before the big fight breaks out.
Yeah, big fight talaga ang mangyayari dito kasi gusto nila yan eh. They want the Infernal Dragon, but I think BREN Esports wants it more as they try to take down this Camille. Good disengage with the flash, pero andyan yung killer instinct ng Kai'Sa, andyan yung cavalry ng BREN Esports, and with that kill onto the jungle of Nova Esports, easy dragon.
That means uncontested. Unless, you know, final spark, tapos true shot barrage. Muntik na.
Good attempt though. Pero, yeah, Buti na lang walang ibang objective. Like there's no RH, Baron isn't up yet. Kasi kung ginamit nila yon desperation play, tas meron palang objective na pwede pang take. Instant decision na yun ng wala silang
mahihirapan sila lalo. They're gonna need to try to go for the Hail Mary, possibly with a Camille. But so far, it's not at that point yet. 1 for 1 in terms of Drakes. Oo, tatlong tore nakuha dito ng BREN Esports, but we cannot count Nova out. They will and can possibly find a way back into this. And as I say that, 3 members diving on top of Jet, immediately deleting the Garen as fast as they could possibly do it. Medyo immediate nga lang, hindi totally immediately, no? Lagi no, coming in, cataclysm, binato, hinataw, ni-laser, sapat na ba? Parang hindi, kasi buhay na buhay si Consi na magdo-double kill na po, tamang flex lang ng badge dyan. And with 2 members from Nova going down, this could potentially signal a take on the Baron or a mid lane push. And the mid lane push is actually what they want to happen, no? Yeah. With Mjan around, this could be a big deny. Pero wait! Uma-outplay! Gusto ata ni Ezreal dito. Sapat na damage siya. The barrel! Is it gonna be burning this Consi? Kaysa hindi sapat. Consi stays alive. That tower will be taken. And now, the momentum of the waves, yet again, going back to the favor of BREN Esports as they secure at least a 9,000 gold lead in this game right now.
Yeah, this is the first time I've seen competitive play wherein the Kai'Sa is chasing, hunting, stalking an Akali. A while ago in the top lane, Otap was hiding in the shroud and Consi was just where is this ninja? I'm gonna hunt her down. Ganun ka aggressive dito. Yung Kai'Sa talagang gusto niyang patayin ang Akali. He's not scared at all, but maybe he has to respect the damage here. At he's being overextended in the top lane against 3. That is very sad, but also that is crucial because that might cost them the Baron, but they're not letting it happen. Nice shockwave comes in here from Haze, forcing them to disengage, at least buy enough time for the Kai'Sa to respawn and set up for the Baron. Kahit ang ganda eh. Kai'Sa was dead for 20 plus seconds.
That was very, very close, no? Kasi nag-ano pa eh, I'm gonna flash in, sabi ni Ezreal. Nahuli pa nga sa shockwave. That forced a flash on Rada. So we know that the Lux right now has no flash. And ako nakikita ko ngayon, no, this is the impact that a support Ziggs can dish out. 006 in terms of assist. Hindi siya tulad ng mga conventional supports natin na gusto mag-save, mag-protect. He does it in a different way. He will protect his carry by killing the enemy. But speaking of being killed, they're diving on top of Haze right now. True shot barrage is not gonna connect. Haze is gonna stay alive. That is 1, 2, 3 ultimates committed to try to take out Haze. Was not possible, and with them going topside, nakita ng BREN ng opportunity. Walang tao bot side, let's get that tower. Another tower lost, that's 5 towers now in favor of BREN Esports. Hindsight, it's looking really good because lots of poke nang gagaling dito sa support Ziggs. Sobrang kate, sobrang sakit. Dagdagan mo pa ng Mega Inferno Bomb na muntikan pang mapatay yung Camille, no? As a support, that's gonna be very big when it comes to zoning. Kaya sila nag-support Ziggs. Kasi gusto nilang palayuin. O kaya, bago man lang magsimula yung laban, boss na yung kalaban. Pero speaking of boss, yung Haze binawasan ng todo-todo na wala na lang sa mapa. 30 seconds for this Oriana. This is a full 5-man rotation. Nakuha man nilang isa. Okay, sapat ba? Kasi si Rebecca naman ang papasok dito. Mega Inferno Bomb. Binato na rin Haze sa ultimatum. Pero yung Kamilang napasubo doon. Makakahuli sila. Double kill na para kay Consi. Si Silhouette, tama-takbo na lang. Pero hindi magiging sapat yan. Triple kill na nga. Make na Quadra. Nasaan si Penta? Ayun, uwi muna sa base. Pero yung target dito, syempre yung Torre. Pagkakuha nila ng Torre, they might be able to end this. And that might be game, ladies and gentlemen. Unless, eto, Ezreal, kaya niya baliktaran, hindi na. Just like that, BREN Esports turn the fight, make it work, take them out, and Consi cuts them off to take this series 2-1.
Grabe yon. I was about to say that Nova Esports is slowly getting their momentum back, but BREN Esports slaps them back with the team fight heavily in favor of them, and it all started with Jarvan, with Rebenga going in. Talaga yung tiwala niya sa mga kampi na andun eh. Hex, Cataclysm into the Mega Inferno Bomb, lahat sila na crowd control. Andun si Consi nang kinang yung mga mata niya, aggressively goes for killer instinct and secures everyone. Ang ganda ng execution nila doon, very very nice. I would like to commend yung before doon kasi namatay si Hayes, but it took out most of the essential ultimates doon ng Nova Esports. That's why they had little to no answer onto that last team fight in the mid lane. Kaya very commendable doon yung survivability na ginawa ni Hayes. I would like to point that out. But in terms of damage, definitely Consi dealing so much. And grabe yung ginagawa niya, yung threat niya not only to the backline but also even to the frontline members here of Nova Esports. Kaya ano talaga, very proficient dito si Consi. Kaya din natin nakikita siya na even though they're getting Rakan, hindi nila pinipick yung Zaya because Consi is very comfortable at using the Kai'Sa. Not only comfortable but very confident. Yet that's what I like to see.
And this is one of the biggest takeaways, no? You don't count out a support Ziggs. Ang laking bagay niya, no? 14,000 damage in comparison to the 2k damage coming in from Rada on that Lux. Big deal yun, no?
Big deal.
And ano yung damage si Consi? 17k. Mjan was only 3k away from the main carry of BREN Esports. Ganon kasakit yung bot lane duo na to. And you might think na, hindi naman support yung si Ziggs. Ziggs has a slow. Ziggs can help with pushing towers. Ziggs is good in team fights. Ziggs has global presence. Semi-global nga lang, no? Pero still, Ziggs also has the satchel charges in case kailangan mag-reset, disengage, or something like that. And you can actually add in a heal, a redemption, or something to, para may supporting items naman tong si Ziggs. So many things that a Ziggs can do. Parang parang all-in-one package nga, kumbaga, that helps the Kai'Sa scale even more. Rebenga, Jet, and Hayes are there to set up for these two, and then everyone else will fall apart, and you already saw the lineup from Nova fall apart. It was very, very nice knowing na merong, sobrang daming shield etong Nova. But was the shield enough? No. Because bago matapos yung laban o bago magsimula yung laban, bawas-bawas na sila ng sobra-sobra from all the pokes coming in from Mjan and Hayes. Tapos magkapasok ni Rebenga na full-on utility para tankin at isoak yung damage, wala na. Tapos na. Diba? Hindi na rin mapapatay yung backside kasi ito si Akali will be focused more on the main team fight at hand while Consi and Mjan are doing work. Very solid draft, very solid performance, and that only means BREN Esports moving to the finals.
Yeah, congratulations to them. Pero before we head down to the break, we'd like to thank DR Esports, Tragik Esports, and realme for powering up this tournament. It is also supported by MrBeast PH, PointBreak, Ginoo Clothing, WildBros, and Danassaur Bot. So that is the game number 1 of that was Series 1 of the semifinals of Wild Rift Underground Week 11. Later, we will continue at 6 p.m. for the second series, this time of Mirmo Esports going up against DR Esports. So, we are your shoutcasters for the game, Giang Gaming and Isaacast. We will go on a short break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Thank you, Daniel.
Mga dong, play ko na ba yung beat? Play mo na yan. Sige.
Sige, Ken. Uy, ganda talaga ng beat. Ano? Ha? Rap na natin yan.
Sige, minsan
Kasayin mo na yan, Dong.
Minsan lang naman dito.
Try ko.
Magra-rap na naman kami. Bawal madrama dahil good vibes lang naman. Kasi ang aming hanap kaya kung basta-basta lang mutong pinakikinggan. Basta-basta rhymes din ang mga lines na pwede kang maliigan. Pero biro lang naman, tinugma ko lang yung verse. Ako yung first, nababanat kulang pa ako sa rehearse. Mala Marvel Universe, minsan lang tumaganap. Sama-sama nagra-rap, tas dumudubi-dubi na. Nakikirap pa-pam-pam, kaming pa-pam-pam. Kahit ano pa yung iyong nilalaro, ikaw ay welcome. Pwede pa ang sham-sham, makirig ka lang sa beat. PUBG, Dota, Mobile Legends, Valorant at side grip. Bawal dito gatekeep, kahit san ka mang lupon. Royal Rumble na agad sa unang tira. Magmula pa nga noon, Garay at Brenineski o Tara G. Apat na letrang pang respeto, GGW.
Kung kapaking kita, teka di mali pala. Hindi pala to distra, kaya chill lang yung bira. Tapos ulam kong tira, na pinino ang timpla. Ay pinagati-atian nung ako ay tumilapon. Di kahapon, trip pa rin pa ngayon. Nung nakansela, mas busy sa trabaho. Sinisisi pa ako, sinangsin sa live ko. Kung ako sa inyo ay focus with and live a life. At basta rhymes, huwag ka na mabatid sa aming lives. At kung pasok, then you know it's fine. If it's your turn, you'll know it's time at sumabay. Lahat ng ito ay trip-trip lang, bootleg legends. Kung side rip ang tawag ni Manjing sa number 1. At di nalilito, ang patolang dito nyo. Sa laki ng titik ko, walang pinikritiko. Ang tatagal sa harap ng taong tunay. At lagi kong hinahanap ang saya ng buhay.
2021, bone click sa inyong plate. Halo-halo, basta rhymes, busog lahat parang buffet. Sensya na, kasi last year medyo dun kami na late. Ngayon humanda lahat, ngiti na yung mga nag-wait. Sa amin sensya, busy lang yung dalawa. Oo nga, hindi naman na kasi kataka-taka. Hiwalay ng liga, focus magbatak sa rin sa sheen. Tapos ewan ko nandun nata sa M to si Manjing. Nalalakas ng dating, muntik na akong mabaki. Kasi pamintan na duro pag tinapat kayo sa amin. Chill lang kulang today, para inyong lasapin. Hindi nalalaliman para umangat yung submarine. Pero ba't bitin pa din? Teka, ba't di nyo nag-gets? Di na ata inabutan kasi ng mga bagets. Kasi ngayon Spotify na kaya ang dali mag-next kami. Inaantay pa namin dati ikot ng kaset. Lumila siguro, lita talaga basta meron bago na luto. Suratin na pangalan, tiba kala mo puro. Iintahin mo yung pasok hanggang doon sa dulo. Kahit sa mga bata na di pa natututo, papasakatin ko lang sa yung mga ulo. Kinig ko kasi magpasabi ng mga nguso. Isa na kami siya nakaganda kasi taguro. Yung gentle na pinagasabi, walang gano'n kapag hindi na ko nainangate. Sasagasaan na lakak, wala na akong paki kasi dami-dami na ito. Kaya lakat tumabi, de joke lang pe. Di ka na mabiro ang importante, naintindihan mo na yung mga balang pinutok sa yung bubo na paano pa kaya pag nilabas ko yung tangke, bro.
Kala mo talaga, no?
Okay, Gucci.
Bong rings, bong rings.
Gucci gang.
Okay.
Yan naman.